What's going Okay, let me be serious. Girl, what's going on, y'all? I hope y'all are having a beautiful week so far. Even though it's only Tuesday. But listen, so Acrimony. All right. You know what? This movie, I cannot remember the reaction that I had when I initially saw this movie, because I do remember reviewing this movie as soon as it came out, because I actually went to the movies to go see it, right? Girl, and don't mind my hair. I'm finna go get it done tomorrow afternoon, so y'all won't see me looking raggedy no more. I'm tired of it too. But yeah, when did this movie come out? Let me see. All I remember from this movie is this is when people really started peeping game. It came out in 2018. People started really peeping game and getting on Tyler Perry ass, and I'm gonna tell you why. Not because the script was bad, it was because of the fact that, you know, I think this was around the time when he put out there that he ain't had no writer's room, and he was like, this is this, and all that stuff. And mind you, that was off the heels of this movie, I feel like, because I think this movie was made in like 5 days. And you can tell it was made in 5 days. But it really, you know what, as much backlash that Acrimony gets, it really wasn't one of Tyler Perry's worst movies, okay? And it really wasn't as bad as people say it is, in my opinion. Do I feel like it's a great movie? Absolutely not. Do I feel like it's a terrible movie? Absolutely not. Do I feel like it's in betwixt of good and it's an okay movie? There it is. It's an okay movie. It's one of those movies where I have to be in a mood to watch some cuckoo stuff, okay? And somebody tried to, you know, want to put out their dealings with mental illness and mental health and don't have the, you know, don't have the range to do so. That's what this movie gives, okay? Because, you know, you're trying to put out there that this woman literally already underneath the surface, she already had issues. She already was dealing with some anger issues, some mental health issues or whatever. And we figured that out like at the very beginning, you know what I'm saying? And throughout the whole movie in the way that she was progressing all the way up until the therapist that was court appointed to her basically said, girl, you ever thought about you having, what is it? Borderline personality disorder, BPD? And she said, girl, bitch, please, I ain't got to have this. You ain't finna try to make me seem like I'm crazy, whatever. I'm finna get the hell out of here. I was like, you ain't crazy, but, you know, if you want to put it in medical terms, you probably are borderline personality disorder. You know, and the way that they tried to put it out there, I said, sometimes we need to stay within our range, okay? We need to stay into our range or whatever. And again, this is one of those movies where Tyler Perry recycles a lot of his actors that he has, you know, used in the past or whatever. One of the ladies that plays her sister, the oldest sister, when they got older, not Bree Sherrill, who played the younger version of her. She plays on The Oval, and she plays Richard's wife on The Oval, the butler, you know. Nancy, that's who she plays. Mind you, her son plays on Bel Air, plays Jazz on Bel Air. I was like, what? Look at that. Interesting. And then you had the dude that played the second wife. Well, I think the guy that played her husband when they were older, I'm pretty sure he worked with Tyler Perry before as well. I know the guy that played the second sister's wife, husband, he plays on the Oval as well too. He plays Alonzo, you know. Girl, I'm so tired of this. I want to wrap it up, but I gotta let it down. But anyway, so you got that going on, right? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Like, where do we start? Because honestly, if you have not seen Acrimony, I don't know where you've been at. But at the same time, if you have not seen Acrimony, but you watch a show called, what, Sisters, that Tyler Perry does, the whole storyline of Zach and Fatima and Karen, that is the whole movie. That's literally this movie Acrimony, but being dragged all the way out. From the moment that, you know, Karen was with bum nigga Zach, okay, who ain't do nothing but cheat and, you know, give me STDs, and we would cheat on each other and all of that stuff because of that. We was on together for 3 years, and, you know, we was breaking up, breaking off, getting back together, breaking up because he kept on cheating, kept on doing this, kept on doing that. He really wasn't applying himself. He just came out of jail, you know, he's in and out of jail and all this stuff, whatever, working at the airport, all this stuff, whatever. Then they finally break up. Then he goes off and he finds somebody else, just so happened. It wasn't that he was looking, he just ran into Fatima. Well, I should say Fatima ran into his ass, okay? And then Fatima got her stuff together. She works at the law firm that just so happens to be the same firm that Karen, her friend, works at, you know, who was a lawyer trying to be a partner at, right? And so, you know, he also does some illegal stuff in order to hit the stock markets and to get him some money. So he becomes from a hundredaire, because you can't tell me he had ever had $1,000 up in his pocket, okay? He goes from a hundredaire to a millionaire, okay? A multimillionaire. And it was one of those situations just like in a movie. As soon as he got his money, he started giving Karen her share back for, messing up her life or whatever and having her pay for a lot of things. So he paid that back. But he's also in this relationship. He's in this relationship with this girl who he is actually being a good man to. And he's actually being put up to his fulfilling his potential. You know what I'm saying? I haven't watched the last season, so I don't even know what the hell is going on. But, well, I should say this current season. But yeah, it was one of those situations where I cannot believe that I put up with all your bum-ass tactics and your bum-ass shit. And then we break up, and as soon as we break up, you go get with another bitch and you want to act right and you want to get your life together and you want to give her what you should have been giving me. Okay, it's one of those situations. Literally the whole freaking movie, but drawn out into a TV series called Sisters. That's just what it is, okay? So if you ain't seen this and you watch Sisters, baby, you didn't seen this. But let me just give you the gist of it, okay? So like I said, you got Melinda. She the main character played by Taraji P. Henson. Now listen, Taraji, I don't know, you know, with you going out here, Taraji was out here doing a whole little press run with Color Purple and all that stuff, talking about how times is hard and, you know, she wanted equality in the wages and all that stuff. That is real. I'm with you. So I'm just thinking, you know, this is back in 2018, right before the pandemic came. And I'm just like, girl, you was taking any type of roles to do this movie in 5 days? To do this movie in 5 days, and I'm pretty sure she probably was doing something else, and that's why they had to go ahead and do it. Girl, what? I really feel like you could have sacrificed and said, next time, Tyler, I already gave you, I can do bad by myself. I just gotta put that off, and I'll come back later, okay? When we got more time to fully develop, you know? But, hey, it is what it is, you know? Money ain't growing on trees these days no more. But we get into it, and we get the backstory. Now, you already know, it also plays... because once you see her, she's in therapy. No, she's in a courtroom, and she's been basically reprimanded by the judge to stop doing the stuff that she's doing. She's stalking her ex, okay? She's stalking her ex and his current fiance. And at this, yeah, current fiance, or at this point, wife, okay? But she doing all that, and she just was angry. To Taraji, grown up, Melinda, she was just angry the whole time. You know what I'm saying? If she cracked a smile, you would have blinked, you would have missed it, okay? That's how angry she was throughout the whole movie, right? And so instantly you get it that he's playing off that stereotype, and she even bring it up when she goes to the therapist about, why do I have to be diagnosed, or why do I have to be called angry or whatever? I'm pissed off, but why I have to be a You're playing, they got the characters playing into a stereotype of the angry black woman. And that's, looking at it now, girl, I'm going to be real with y'all. I probably watched this movie once in the theater and probably one other time. This is like the third time I watched it. Okay, in full, I should say. If anything, it probably was on TV and I probably watched the end of it when whatever. But other than that, in full. You have to be in the mood for this movie, okay? Because it's going to take you down a road that you're going to be like, What? Okay, so you get Melinda, they go back. She's basically pissed off that her man or her husband, her ex-husband has moved on. And I get it. Girl, I'm sorry. I got something in my tooth. I got a chip or something? Anyway, y'all like, girl, we ain't got time for that. I know, girl. It is what it is. Y'all should be used to it. We family at this point. What is it called? TMI. Melinda, like, she's upset. And I understand, like, I hate... No, I ain't gonna say I hate this movie, but it really makes you think. Once, it's not a bad movie. It's an okay movie. But at the same time, it has you, it's going to garner different opinions of like, who do you really think was in the wrong? Honestly, everybody was in the wrong. Minus the friend that worked that got her the job at the office. Everybody was in the wrong at certain points of time. And everybody had a valid concern, except for the sisters, okay? Well, that older sister, we'll get on her because she basically popped a lot of this stuff off. If anything, I say that she the real villain, okay? She is truly the real villain because she never wanted her and Robert to be together in the first place. She was judging him right off the bat when the first time that she seen him for real at the mama funeral, you know? And I was like, ew, you don't even know this man and you found out where he live at and you just judging him and all this stuff, whatever. He ain't got no card, all this stuff, blah, 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 blah. Bringing over her ex-boyfriend and all this stuff, trying to say this her boyfriend. No, this is her ex-boyfriend, okay? And I was like, Devin, the dude that looked like Chris Brown, he will forever be the actor that looks like Chris Brown. He do. They look like they could be brothers. But I was just like, you was just hating real hard. Real hard for no reason. And she was hating throughout the whole time, their relationship. And on the one hand, when it first started, their relationship first started and they first met, I didn't understand, like, you're being classist. It felt like you're being classist, you're being elitist or whatever. You're looking your nose down on this man because he ain't had nothing. Or he wasn't up to the standard that you thought that he should be or from the place that you expected him to be from. Because what? But yet he's in school. He's literally in school. So why are you looking your nose down? Obviously, he's working towards something. But he also didn't have a job. But at the same time, he's in school. So why are you mad? Y'all young. It's young stuff or whatever. Just let her do what she got to do. You know what I'm saying? And let her figure it out. See, sometimes you got to just let people figure things out for themselves. Okay? You have to. Because I remember literally just recently I had did some questions on my Instagram and somebody said something about how their sister has this guy or whatever they're dating. Her sister's dating this guy that they don't like. Okay? And she told the sister that he's not good for her or this and this in her opinion and what should she do? And I said at this point, technically speaking, there's nothing you can do. You can't force them to break up. You have to let her see it for herself if that's really what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what you have to do. You have to let a person go through the motions if they need to see what it is, if it's really a bad person or a good person. It may surprise you and be like, oh, I was wrong. It's a good person. You know what I'm saying? But you got that, and then the sister was just a bitch throughout the whole time. And I understood why. She had valid points and reason when they got older to be very judgmental of him. But starting off, I just didn't understand it, okay? But see, Melinda was up in school. And they tried to make it seem like Melinda was dumb. I'm so sorry, y'all. They tried to make it seem like Melinda was dumb as hell, okay? They said, listen, first of all, because they had to go back. I was so tired of hearing Taraji throughout this whole movie because she was just so angry. And I was like, girl, half this shit is your fault too. Now, I'll tell you for one, I mean, he got you when you was young. And I feel like Robert was older than her. Because I think he probably was going for a master's or something. I don't know. Either fucking way, I feel like he was older than her or whatever. But here's the thing. She was young, she was dumb, but yet you still had older sisters to tell you what was up as well, right? To bounce some things off of, but she probably didn't want to do that. And so she was like, girl, I'ma still stick it out. But you had too many red flags. Let me tell you something. Melinda was the original Risa Tisa before Risa Tisa was Risa Tisa. Okay? I'm just saying, we literally getting the same story. Not necessarily that he's a liar, It's just that he wasn't living up to his potential of being a partner. Okay, some people get so tunnel vision focused on a goal or a mission or whatever it is that they cannot function outside of that. And that is literally what Robert was doing. And Robert needed to check himself for that, okay? Because he was dead wrong for that. And he just couldn't see that. Because in his mind, he wasn't thinking of that, okay? When they first met, it was raining and they ran into each other. And so they got their papers and stuff mixed up. And she got real pissed. I said, damn, bitch. Melinda was angry at the beginning. I said, shit, from the first meeting, like, I understand, like, motherfucker, you got my papers wet. I get that, but it was an accident. It was an accident on both their parts, right? And so even when he tried to come back and give her paper at the dorm, you know, she was feeling some type of way. She was angry in her feelings because she had a paper that was due the next day or whatever. And he had to tell her, listen, girl, that paper that you wrote on the Spanish wall, Professor so-and-so ain't gonna like that shit because you got a whole bunch of facts and shit wrong. And I said, damn. Now, I know this was back in the 90s. You mean to tell me you ain't have an encyclopedia or a library that you can go to and look up the correct facts? It sounds like Melinda was out here just spewing. The Spanish War started in so-and-so and so. And it was started by the Spanish from Spain, the conquistadors. And then they started fighting, and that's what they did. That's what they made it sound like. So eventually the roommate was cool, and that became her good friend, right? So she was here for Robert from the jump. And honestly, when a certain incident happened, I really thought that it was the roommate, because I thought the roommate was going to try to push up on Robert and get him or whatever, and then they was going to fall out. Thank goodness that didn't happen, because, whoo, Lord, Melinda probably would have killed her for real, okay? The way that they had her going, and it probably wouldn't have been no movie. She probably would have been coming out the psych ward trying to come out and do something better with her life. But anyway, so they started kicking it. They started studying together. We see them up in the library. You know, I think she had either a paper or something else that was due. She wound up getting her grade back or whatever, and they meet up. And he was like, what's wrong? Because she had this little down look on her face. She was sad. This is what I'm saying, that they was making the girl look stupid, okay? I was like, damn. And I mean, I understand sometimes school ain't for everybody. And sometimes, like, you get a shock, okay? The stuff, you could be smart as hell up in high school. You get to college, you be like, God damn, you just get humbled real quick. You get humbled real quick, right? I was like that for a second, you know. And then I had to switch majors. So I said, okay, this ain't for me, so let me switch majors. But she was like, girl, listen, look at my paper. He was like, damn, you ain't do that good? I mean, you study so much. And I said, fuck, what did you get? Mama must have got a D or something. A C minus or a D, because he said, and you study so hard. Maybe she had dyslexia. Maybe she had ADHD. We don't know, because ain't nobody go to no doctor to go get diagnosed for nothing, okay? I was seeing the telltale signs that she had some little anger problems and all that stuff. Girl, at this point in time, she was like, you know, I don't even know why I did this. I feel like I wasted my time. Even my mama said, you know, she was surprised that I was going to school because I'm not as smart as my sisters. I said, damn it, man. Mind you, the sisters back there while they embracing to tell them that the mama died. Okay, so then, you know, it's like, oh my God, her mama died. I said, oh, that's sad. That's sad. We starting out sad like this already. Man, he ain't got no people either. His people dead too. We just gonna put it like that. He ain't got nobody, so he out here in the world by himself, you know. And he popped up at the funeral to be there for her and all that stuff or whatever. And this is when the sister started interrogating him and all this stuff and just being real nasty and rude or whatever. And he was about to leave. That man, I don't know what type of con these people be trying to play sometimes, but they be going all out in the beginning. You ain't got no car, but you walked all the way to her house from the train, and the train is miles and miles away. Baby, it wouldn't have been me, especially if I don't know you like that. We just get to know each other, and baby, we ain't even bumped skins yet, okay? Girl, we ain't even done nothing yet. We ain't bumped pocketbooks or nothing yet, and you want me to be wild. I mean, it'd be good for my health or whatever. My feet probably be hurting afterwards, but we ain't finna do all that just yet. No, I'm just being real, you know? But yeah, and I was just like, oh, that's cute or whatever. You know, you doing all that. And then she was like, girl, no. Melinda said, oh my God, Robert, see, this is where you messed up too. It's your mother's funeral. Why are you running outside to go to him? I mean, I guess, you know, I'm not about to leave my mom's funeral. I'm not about to leave the wake. I'm not about to leave the repast. I'm not about to leave nothing. I'm going to stay there the whole time and cry. That's just what I'm finna do, okay? I'm not finna run after no nigga, okay? First of all, that ain't my ministry anyway, but you get it. You get it. And she was like, just let me get you a ride. So they go to the neighborhood, and I was like, well, the neighborhood don't even look that bad the way that the sister was trying to make it seem, because she literally said, oh, you from the other side of the tracks. I said, wait a minute, bitch. Yeah, I remember when Marceau said that about, wasn't Marceau? Said that about Letitia family, his wife on Love and Marriage Huntsville. And they was so pissed at him. I was like, oh, yeah. Anytime somebody say from the other side of the tracks, it's not a good thing. I just want y'all to understand that. So you get that going on, and she gets him to the house or his RV. I said, she was like, oh my God, this house is really nice. Which one is yours? And he was like, this bitch right here. And she was like, oh. And see, she had feelings for him right in there, and that shows that she don't care what you get. So that was a plus for Melinda. Maybe it didn't have nothing to do with her being young or whatever. She saw that he was in a trailer, okay, a raggedy ass trailer. He couldn't even drive that bitch. He saw it was hiked up, you know, saw him in a trailer, and she didn't even care. She said, you're gonna let me in? You're gonna show me around? I said, show you around. Okay, step in. Around. There we are, you know. There it is. And that's it. The tour. Tour is in less than 2 seconds, okay? I was like, what we showing around with? I mean, he got a table, he got a chair, and he got a bed. There it is, okay? All right, you know, and she wasn't fazed by it. Looking at his music collection, the fact that she didn't know who the hell Nina Simone was, I said, huh? What was your mama teaching you? And what music did y'all listen to? Oh, my God. I was like, what? You ain't know she put a spell on you. I said, you ain't know that? Oh, okay. Then they kicking it, and next thing you know, they had sex. Mind you, a part of this also could be the reason why she doing all this as well, because her first love and the fact that this is her first boom, you know what I'm saying? He took her virginity, you know? And I was like, oh, you playing games like that. And she was like, as soon as all of that happened, he just started getting real distant from her, you know? And it's like, the only time that we have to talk is if I call him. And, you know, that's the same adage that we didn't see most of the time. Sometimes we see that. And that's why we be telling y'all, don't give it up too quick sometimes, because sometimes motherfuckers don't be playing. They be playing games. They just want to get the booty, and that's just it. As soon as they hit, they gonna quit. And then you're gonna be sitting here like, oh my God, I really thought he liked me. And he just wanted some ass. That's just what it was, right? And he kind of proved that a little bit. I mean, if you didn't want her to believe that you was cheating, at least answer the phone and be like, oh, hey, babe, what's going on? The way he answered the phone was like, oh, like she was literally a friend that he just met, or a classmate from class, and she was calling about the homework assignment. Can she borrow a book? That's how she was. And she was like, excuse me. Now, see, at that moment in time, I would have been done with it right then and there. Okay? I would have been done with it right then and there, because you're not going to answer the phone like you don't know me and like you wasn't deep in me. You know what I'm saying? You're just not going to do that. All right? Like, we're not going to have that. But at the same time, her sisters told her when they was at the thing, also, the sister the one that brought up afterwards, after they done had sex, don't tell that man nothing about the fact that you got this house, your mama left you this house, and mama left you a whole bunch of money. Mama left her the life insurance of $350 million. Well, let me take that back. She wished, because if she had that, you wouldn't have been up in the situation that she was in. $350,000, right? So she was like, I'm not going to say anything. That's not it. So she was having this nagging feeling like, man, you're not finna play me. And sometimes they do say, go with your gut intuition. If your gut is telling you something, and if your intuition is telling you something, 9 out of 10, that shit is fucking real. Trust and believe, I know. Been going through it lately. Okay? And so it's like, She's sitting there with her family, and you could just see her zoning out and going into another person, I guess, if that's what they want to say. The anger is building up because she like, bitch, you not finna play me. She rolled over there to his crib, to his trailer, okay? To his trailer. And she said she set her ass out there for a whole hour. Before she said, you know what, I ain't finna be out here looking like I'm stupid. Let me leave the fuck away from here. And as soon as she was about to leave, she saw that hand go up in that window. Bam! Right with there where his bed at. She was like, that ain't no man's hand. That's another woman's hand. First of all, you're not finna play me like that. So this what you been doing? This what you been doing? She rammed that Jeep up into his car, his trailer. Okay? And it was like, oh my God, what's going on? I was like, I don't know. And then she reversed that bitch and she said, Uno, reverse. Boom. And did it again until it really flipped over, right? Onto the side. And almost flipped the car over too. Then she get out because that adrenaline is going. It was like, you cheating on me, nigga. You cheating on me. Who the fuck's this bitch? Blah, blah, blah. And the girl come out. And I said, girl, you should have stayed up in that hoe. Because you see what's going on. Because she could have fucked your ass up right then and there. And I was like, it's over, it's done with. Girl, next thing you know, mama passed out. I said, what happened? She didn't hit herself so goddamn hard. She didn't fucking, what is it called? Her ovaries exploded. So she had to go to the hospital and she had to get a hysterectomy. And I said, damn it. She wasn't even 21 yet. And they was talking about getting married, getting a penthouse, getting a boat, having a bunch of kids, talking about kids' name. Now she can't even do that. All because she couldn't control her anger. Now, you could look at this as a way. This is one of those situations that you could debate about. And that's what this whole movie is about. This whole movie is a debate. And it's going to have differences of opinions, okay? And different views and different perspectives depending on who you are. Now, I see it as, okay. So, you got played. And you realize that you're getting played, right? And you took it upon yourself to go check this out. You found it out. And you couldn't control yourself. So am I going to 100% blame him for her not being able to have kids and to having her reproductive organs taken out? Absolutely not. Because you took it upon yourself to go find out. And they say, be careful what you look when you looking, be careful what you're looking for. Because you just might find it, right? That's what they say. And, you know, she was young. She was in love. She was black. She was scrucking, right? And so she went on ahead and she saw what she saw, and that anger built up and she was seeing red. It was a crime of passion, okay? See, I went to business school too, and we had business law. We had a business law plus a regular law, crime of passion, right? You know, when they see red, you know, if he wanted to press charges, he could, but he didn't. Because, you know, he felt a little guilty because of the fact that she did all of this because he was cheating, okay? And my whole thing is, all right, so you got this going on. Mind you, pause. She said he was kind of manipulated. I ain't gonna say that. On the one hand, if you listen to the way that Melinda was telling the story, Big Melinda was telling the story about how dumb little Melinda really was, right? And how I guess she want to say now that he was basically manipulating her and being a con man to her and lying to her, whatever, and using her and getting her to, you know, be like, oh, I'll buy you this. I'll get you that. And it was the first incident of that was when he was talking about, you know, the battery. He wanted this battery to hit. It's supposed to be a rechargeable battery. It can recharge itself or whatever. Go to this company called Prescott Enterprise. We're just going to call it that. He kept on trying to get up in there. And he was like, what if my battery hit and they want to have a meeting with me and I can't get to them because I don't have a car? Well, you could call me and I can give you a ride or whatever. And she was like, he said, well, what if you're in class or something like that? I don't want to bother you or whatever. And I can't get there so quick. And so that put it in her mind that he's trying to say, let me buy this man a car. I want her to buy me a car. Or that's what he's trying to say. And because I love him, I'm going to do it. And you could look at it one or two ways. She was stupid enough to do that shit. Let's just be honest, okay? Y'all ain't married, so why are you buying this man a car, for one? And you're using your mama's insurance. You couldn't even tap into that insurance money and use it on yourself first. The first thing that you used it on was $24K on a car for this man. That is not your, you know, he's not your husband, right? So you got that going on, okay? And then, you know, he didn't necessarily say, go buy me the car. But when you look at it, he was putting it out there. And then when he did all of that, trying to be all sad about it, he played on her emotions to make her think that I need to do this so he could be happy. So he was an ain't shit nigga too. And he was playing games. Because I feel as though when I first saw this, I thought, you know, 100%, Melinda is just dumb. And she brought a lot of this shit on herself, right? And she did this, and she can't say that he played her because he was literally just trying to get the battery. But as I look at it again, he was playing games at the same time, but probably didn't intentionally realize it. But that's what he was. He was manipulating a little bit because he got a car out of her, okay? Knowing damn well he ain't had no way to pay it back, okay? Then you go cheat after you get the car. Now her organs is gone because of your ass, because she saw red. But at the same time, we got to put some of that on Melinda because, bitch, ain't nobody tell you to get up in that car and do all that. Ain't nobody tell you to do all that. You let your anger overtake you and you caused yourself to get fucked up like that. He part of it, but mostly it's you because he ain't put you in the car physically. He ain't put your foot down on that pedal and do all of that shit. You did that, okay? You made that conscious, well, it probably blanked out. I don't know if it's a conscious decision, but you made that unconscious decision to do that. He's part of the reason why, but we can't fully put it on him. You got to take some of that blame too. But at the same time, she stayed with that motherfucker. So this is where I jumped off the train. Bitch, I'm sorry. It wasn't the mama wake that he left and they went to go have sex afterwards. I had to drag you home and we had sex. It wasn't there, okay? I was still hanging in there like, you know, sometimes it be emotional. We had some sex afterwards and, you know, we could just hold each other and all that stuff or whatever. We in love and all that. Okay, it's fine, right? You know, he can give me a little comfort. Then he get you the car. You get the car for him. Okay, you still there. You know, you getting, it's giving slight tease. I'm getting played, but I love this man so much. Red flags, red flags, red flags. I'm just gonna, you know, he's sweet talking me. I'm just going to ignore it or whatever. But as soon as the fact that you got into this car accident and you fucked yourself up and you got that hysterectomy and you found out that he was cheating, that's where she should have jumped off the train. She should have jumped off the train right then and there. Did she? Absolutely not. And that's why we're in the situation that we in. Let me tell you something. I don't give a damn how old you are. The man cheated and caused you, in terms of cause and effect. The cause was the effect was you lost your organs and you can't have kids like you wanted to, right? The cause was your man cheating. And you still gonna stay with him? Not only do she stay with him, he do the same little sob story antics that he did for her to get the car about him losing his scholarship. Never explained why he lost his scholarship because he was smart. Never explained why he lost his scholarship. But he couldn't afford to stay at the last 2 semesters. And so therefore convinced him, went on ahead and, you know, she paid the last 2 semesters, which was $73,000. And I said, oh, wow. So you done spent $100,000 almost, 2473, almost $100,000 on this man already from money that your mother left or from her life insurance that was left to you, and you have yet to spend any on yourself. Nothing for you yet, right? And you done did all these things, these 2 big purchases for him. And has he repaid you back? Absolutely not at the moment, you know. Is he working? Absolutely not, okay? And not only that, he proposes with a cheap ass fucking popcorn ass ring. and said, I'm gonna get you the ring, I'm gonna get you the ring. Don't propose to nobody. I don't care how deep in love you say you are. I don't care how, you know, it shouldn't matter if you love a person or whatever. Woo, woo, woo. Fuck all that. I probably said that in the past in a couple other videos. Bitch, cut it, okay? I'm grown now. I'm grown now. Don't propose to nobody if you ain't got the ends, okay? Unless they that type of person that really don't give a damn about a $200 ring from Walmart, baby, fuck that. Do not propose to somebody unless you are fully capable of giving them something that is fabulous, okay, and up to par for them, and you are fully capable of helping control or put forth effort and funding a household, okay, being financially stable, you know. Don't do that shit. I said, girl, run. She said, no, I'ma walk right to it. I said, girl, what? Because he was proposing to you on the gazebo right against on the waterfront and everything, and he's sending you this sob story, we're gonna be together forever, and it was like, when you marry me and all this stuff, and you was like, yes, I guess. And her sisters was like, bitch, fuck that. First of all, one of the sisters is a follower, the middle one. Okay, so if the big sister said, girl, we ain't gonna be there, she said, well, bitch, we ain't gonna be there either, okay? And they wasn't there. Now, see, I feel some type of way if I get married and ain't nobody at the church there. Mind you, he ain't even had no people. But yeah, it was a couple of people at the church. It was like 3 people at the church. Girl, turn back around. Y'all might as well have got married at City Hall. Okay? Do you? Yes. Do you? Yes. Sign this paper right here. Y'all good. Get the hell out. Okay? That's all that it took. Y'all wasted money on the church and all that stuff. Is get married in the church free? Or do you got to pay by the hour? I mean, you wasted money on a dress and everything. You could have went to City Hall and got married in, you know, some jeans and some slacks and a t-shirt. I'm saying, because the union really wasn't special. It wasn't special. Meanwhile, we get through all of that. He finally graduates. She like a proud mama, for real, because that's what she was. She was being his mama more so than his wife and his lover, okay? Because she was taking care of everything. She was put into that position to take care of everything. And I can understand being new in love and thinking that a person's going to change and that's why you stay or whatever, because honestly, been there, done that, you know. But at the same time, it's like, when are you going to see that enough is enough? She stayed far too long than she needed to. And this is one of those situations where love is just not enough and you are settling. And she been settling since the beginning. When it came to a point in time where they're married, they really have no money. After all of the stuff that was going on that they had to pay for the house, he's doing his battery. He had it working for a second. The lights go out and all of that because of the battery. Have to pay all this money for it. He need more money for the research. And instead of just, because blew all the fuses in the house, right? So you have to pay a whole bunch of money just to get that fixed. And now you don't really have that. He want more. He can't get a job. He had 3 job offers. And then he can't get those jobs because, come to find out, he has a felony on his record. He went to jail for a couple of years. What? Are you serious? And you're just now telling me this? I said, well, Risa, you need to let go. I mean, Melinda, you need to go ahead and get up out of this situation. And see, it's so many things that she could have just said, you know what, I need to let go. I need to let go. I need to move on. I need to move on. I can't do this. But yet she was blinded, I guess. I don't know what it was that she was used to it. I don't know. She was a pretty girl, a beautiful woman, okay? But yet you decide to stay in this mundane relationship because that's literally what it became. And then you let this man convince you to put a mortgage out on your mama's house. Take out a mortgage on your mama's house to get money to fund his quote-unquote research. What about you? And not only that, you are up here working 2 jobs, an office job, and then she cleaning up fucking offices and shit at night. A janitorial job, like she on ATL and them. I said, what the fuck? Like she at Luther's. Okay, Luther's Cleaning Service. And if you know where that came from, you should know because I did the movie on that too. Review on that too. But I'm sitting here like, excuse me, and what is he doing? absolutely fucking nothing but playing with this goddamn battery. Now see, this stuff, this goes into that whole thing of, should you, regardless, you know, is love enough to stay? You want to be there to support your spouse's or your partner's dreams and goals and hopes and all of that, right? You want to do that. But at the same time, when it becomes to you that it seems a little bit more unrealistic and it's not going to happen, should you stay if it's causing all of this damage and that makes you a bad person? Honestly, no. Being in a situation with him at this point, especially when Big Taraji came in, or I should say, you know, Taraji character came in, or Taraji, the person, came in to play the character, you can clearly see it has worn down on her mental health. Obviously, there were some mental issues that was going on when she was younger, and it was expressed throughout the movie about how the people know how her anger was and all that stuff, whatever, and how she can go from 0 to 1,000,000 in a second, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, she should have been got out that situation, because that relationship literally played more and brought out more of her mental illness and mental health issues. Probably stuff that she didn't even know that she had. You know what I'm saying? And probably still at the end didn't know either, and she wasn't trying to accept it, you know? It played on it. The depression, you know what I'm saying? She was depressed as hell because she didn't feel love. Because again, he was in that situation where he was so tunnel vision, and he's thinking more so about this freaking battery for all these years. They was together for like 18 years, married for like 18 years or so. And all he was doing is this research on this so-called battery and all that stuff. Okay, it's cool to have a job, or not, let me say a job. It's cool to have a hobby. It's cool to have a side project. But you have to also be able to support yourself. And at this point in time, it feels like, and I never really thought about it, you want to say that he wasn't using her, but it kind of felt like he was, because had she not been there, and let's say he didn't find another sucker to do all this stuff with, how was he going to do the research by himself if he ain't had no place to stay? So it's almost like he caught somebody that was young, dumb, easy to manipulate to a certain extent. You can look at it this way. Some people might see it different. But as I'm getting older, I see it this way. Looking for somebody that was young, dumb, easy to manipulate, that would be able to put him up and take care of him. And he could put a wool over their eyes or whatever. And he had somewhere to stay while he's doing this so-called research, right? And my thing is, I'm not too sure if that was his main intentions, but it just became that way. Get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if he really set out to do that, and I really do think that he loved her, and he was in love with her, but again, he was just hyper-focused on one thing, and he couldn't multitask. He barely had jobs, and he had little odds and end jobs that, according to Melinda, couldn't even pay the bills, you know, couldn't even pay the utility bills. And at that moment in time, when Big Melinda came to the picture, she should have broke up with him. She should have been filed divorce, you know what I'm saying? But I guess the love was too strong still for her, or she was just settled. She was just settled with the situation and became like breathing to her. So, and that never was the thought. And she still was in love with him, even though he wasn't providing for the household. You as a man, since y'all want to talk about gender roles and the man is the head of the household, the man is the provider, the woman's supposed to stay home, the woman's supposed to do this, da 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 da. You are the head of the household. How are you as a man feeling and okay with the fact that your woman is out here breaking her goddamn back for your ass to be playing around with a goddamn battery that you don't know will hit or not? You know what I'm saying? You keep on just being, I mean, you're persistent as hell about getting up there in that company, but you're not persistent about making your relationship a priority, making your wife a priority, making your wife feel seen. Huh? You're not like, he can't multitask. I just don't understand it. I just don't understand why she would put up with it. Like, damn, you know what? Let me shut the fuck up. Woo, Because if you saw my recent Tisa video and you heard my story, oh girl, I put up with some shit. And I ain't tell you everything that it was. And imagine we was going through our stuff earlier, okay? Because if y'all been on my Twitter, I'm just seeing some stuff, whatever, going back and forth. Yeah, it's crazy. People do stuff when they love each other, but yeah, it's like when it comes to the point when that person want to break up, or that person finally wakes up and want to leave, and then all of a sudden it's you're the villain because you leaving and you're saying how you feel, but what you're saying is not something that you haven't heard before, and yet you don't want to fix the situation, so therefore, because I'm calling it out, I'm the bad guy. Girl, it was a mess. Oh my God, I was going through it for the past couple of days because of that. But what you're not gonna do is blame me when I know I ain't do shit wrong. That's one thing that you're not gonna do. But neither here nor there. So some of this I can kind of relate to. I can kind of relate to a little bit. Staying a little bit longer than you should. Okay. And I don't ever want any of us to be up in no relationship or anything till it get to the point where our mental health is fucked up, because my mental health was fucked up in that relationship. It really was, okay? And I'm realizing it now. And it's all because you want love. You want reciprocation. And that's what I want. That's what the fuck Melinda wanted, right? And it just wasn't getting it. Just wasn't getting it. And I was just like, oh, wow. And he don't see it. He keep going up there to the Prescott. Next thing you know, the sisters found out that the home is about to be repossessed. I mean, in foreclosure. You know, the Prescott people that sent them, called them and said, listen, you put on the list. You can't come within so-and-so yards to this building. You can't send shit. It's over. It's done with. Don't harass us no more. And he was pissed. So now I realized that he actually has to go get a real job. Okay? And, you know, the husbands of the sisters and the sisters, they got this company, this delivery company, right? Delivery service. And so therefore they said, we can have you work and we can take out some money 3 months in advance and do this big client or whatever. And if we miss days or whatever, we're going to lose the money and we're going to lose our trucks and stuff like that, whatever. And so at this point he has no choice but to go ahead and to take it, because your battery didn't hit, it didn't work. And my thing is, why is it that you just put it all the focus on this one particular company? I mean, it worked out in the end, but he should have been smart enough to be putting out stuff to different companies within that same industry that still have big names and on the same level as well. So if one don't work out, you have a plan B. You have a plan C to go here, go there, and there's a possibility that one of those people might hit. And his battery probably could have hit really earlier on if he would have did something like that. I don't know if he would have got the same amount of money, but he probably still would have got millions. And 9 out of 10, the first offer probably would have been millions more than what he got, you know, at the first initial offer for the other company, right? And so he had ran into the girl that he fucked around on Diane with, that she wound up losing her uterus to Melinda with. Her name is Diane. She works at the company. He talks to her. She said, we don't do all that stuff, but she do eventually go looking at his files and all the stuff, because they got a whole file on his ass, what he be bringing up there, sending up there and all that stuff. And so she's interested. She sees the potential. And right at this moment, he had this order to do, and it was very important. It was a corporate luncheon. It had to be there by, and it was a big order from a big client. Had to be there by 11 o'clock in the morning. He gets stuck in traffic. It's 9:30. They're tracking the trucks and all that stuff. Now, before he hits the road, the older sister, she comes out there checking the truck out, and she winds up seeing a wallet in the truck, and it wasn't his wallet. It was a woman's wallet. So automatically, you assume that it's him having an affair with somebody else. And I don't get how you think that automatically your mind goes to him cheating on you, or him cheating on your sister just because someone's wallet is in the truck. And this goes to show how nasty the sister was, because she never liked him. And she was looking for any reason to get them to break up. And she already knew if they were together this long and he was going this long without them breaking up, and her, you know, basically putting up with his shit, with not having a job, a consistent job, and bringing home money and helping her out, that him not having a job was not going to be the breaking point for Melinda, because obviously that's why they were still together almost 2 decades later, right? So let me go ahead and say, oh yeah, it was a woman's wallet up in his truck, and so therefore he was cheating on you. And you don't even know that to be true. So the wallet comes from Diane. She was in the truck. I don't know for what reason, can't remember, but they didn't do anything. I think they had a little conversation with her. I don't know, business conversation after, you know, whatever. And her wallet fell out the purse. It happens. It happens, okay? And that goes to show that you don't trust your person. You don't trust your person. And at this point in time, I feel like the relationship between, or her feelings towards Robert, Melinda's feelings towards Robert deteriorated already so bad, to the point that she will automatically believe her sister's word over his word, and his words don't mean nothing at this point. They're literally just existing with each other. They're not living, they're existing, okay? And so when that happened, that's how come she can automatically say, okay, well, you cheating on me with that bitch and all this stuff, whatever. And he caused them to lose the client, because he does get a phone call from Diane saying that Prescott want to meet him with you about your battery. He goes back home, get the battery. Melinda finds out about the alleged cheating situation that never happened, because the sister told her. She goes home, she get into it with him, she goes crazy, she loses it, right? And he goes to Prescott, and they try to offer him $800,000 for it, to sign over his papers, his rights, and everything. He did the right thing by saying no. Never take the first offer, because if I've been coming through here this whole time, and you ignored it, and then you finally looked at it, and now you want my notes and everything else, and you only want to give me $800,000, they could have at least said $1 million, but $800,000, no baby, no baby. Obviously there's some value in if you want all my stuff and you want to take my rights and everything. And he said no, and he was right. And I want people to know that everything you do, get your shit trademarked, get your shit copyrighted, get your shit all of that, so that you can own the rights and everything to it. And that's what he wanted. And they said, bye bitch. And he said, okay, deuces. And so when he come back, he basically got kicked out the house. He got kicked out the house because she was thinking that he cheated on her because of what the sister said. Okay, she wanted him out so bad, you know. And so he leaves. She was like, probably up there laying with that bitch. No, he laying in the shelter. He in the shelter getting his phone stolen and all that stuff, being a dishwasher. And of course, she go back to Devon, okay, who just got divorced and all that stuff, playing house with him for a little bit, had to stay with her sisters or whatever. She's embarrassed by that. Like, I understand that feeling of someone putting in so much effort into a relationship, into a marriage, and then they get to that 20+ year mark, or that 20-year mark, that 20+, or that 30, and then all of a sudden we get a divorce and I got to start all over, and I ain't got nowhere to go. I got to go sleep in my mama's house. I got to go stay at my sister's house. I got to go stay at this person's house. Yes, I understand that frustration. That'll piss me off too, and that'll make me angry, okay? But at the same time, this is why you have to have, they say, keep your fucking family and friends out your relationship. Okay? Because it really was her sisters that was putting these ideas in her head. Because honestly, had her sister not given her that wallet and made it seem like he was cheating, she would never thought that he was cheating. And they would have still been together. I mean, if she put up with it for 18 years, they would have still been together. And she would have had everything that he promised her, because it still would have hit. Everything else would have happened the way that it needed to happen with the success of him. You know what I'm saying? And so at this point, you know, eventually he gets called saying that, first of all, Diane sees him and realizes that, you know, he's sleeping in the shelter and all that. She feels bad. She feel bad for the point that she's sleeping in the shelter, not for the fact that him and the wife is broken up. And I don't feel like she needed to feel bad because it wasn't her fault. She didn't do nothing. It was the fault of Melinda's sisters and the fact that Melinda couldn't think for herself in that situation, okay? And she allowed that influence over her. And she never disrespected him. Because also she was kind of pissed at him when they first reunited because she didn't know about Melinda when that whole situation came about because he was lying to both of them, right? So he was a dog. He was a dog for a second. But at the same time, she wasn't disrespectful to him, about her to him. She wasn't saying, oh, well, you could do better and you could this and all this stuff and I could be the one that supports you and all that or whatever. She kept it strictly business and all that to a certain extent until when she allowed him to come into her home. Then, and even then, we didn't see her trying to get with him on that level. But she was there to help him out because she saw the potential. And then, of course, we saw what happened where he gets a phone call or she comes in and she was like, wake up, your battery actually hit, for real, and it was a check. Now, how much was that check? Now, I had to look it up because I couldn't really see, bitch. I don't know if I'm going blind or they just had it blurred, you know. But I looked it up and said it was like $75 million. Somebody confirmed that because if that's the case, all right. That's a long way from $800,000. He was so good and so right for saying no, okay? And so that 75 mil came in and then he went to her job. He went to Melinda's job and gave her $10 million. He gave her $10 million so that he can pay back. Because she said to the therapist, I want my $1 million something dollars and all this cents back. Oh, she gave a whole full number, right? And he gave her that plus some. Plus he got her home back, her mother's home back. So in that sense, and he said, I love you, you know. And I still love you and I will always love you. And so she became enraged at her sisters and she tried to put them on blast about how, you know, your husband cheating on you and, you know, your husband cheating on you and he got a baby over here and everybody know what your husband be doing and all this stuff. And Devon caught it straight too. It was like, you can't fuck and you got a little dick. I said, well, damn. Okay, so you just mad at everybody right about now. Mind you, Devon ain't said nothing but be there for you, I guess. I don't know. But at the same time, it's like, again, don't tell your people your shit because they're not going to always give you the right information or the right advice, you know? And then it's like you go from being pissed off because you were in this stressful ass relationship, this marriage that you had all of the responsibilities put on your back and you had no help in it. And you lost practically everything. All for this man to come back finally and live up to the promise that he did. Well, he didn't even have to because he could have just left and not even said anything to her. His battery could have hit and that could have been, that divorce, signing that divorce paper, that could have been the last time that he seen her. And honestly, I feel at this point, you know, maybe he should have done that because he would have avoided a lot of other stuff. But I guess this was the point to show that he really wasn't as bad as we wanted to think he was. And not to make him the villain of the show, the movie. And try to put all of it on Melinda. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he is somewhat of a villain as well. They both are. Him, her, and the sister. Okay? Those are the three villains of the movies, all right? Because he's the type of villain where you look at him and you have to be like, well, he's not really doing nothing wrong. He's just not stepping up. And he just, you know, I don't look at this manipulation. It could be, but it cannot, you know, but he's still a good guy. He didn't do this or whatever. He's still a villain. Because he let his woman go through all of that shit. Okay? And then, you know, Melinda just goes crazy because of him. That's just what it is. So, yes, you are a villain. You are the villain. And so, I'm not going to say that she's necessarily the villain for real, for real. She became, I guess, what they wanted us to say, the villain, because of the stuff that she went through with him. So, therefore, he's the villain. And because of her sister. Because her bitch ass, nosy ass, hating ass, just wanted to, girl, anyway. You know. And so, once he saw that it hit, She trying to come up there to the penthouse that he said he was going to get, tried to seduce him, tried to get back with him, only to find out that, you know, Diane was there. And not only she's there, she lives there because that's his now fiance. And so it's like, oh, egg on your face, baby. Egg on your face. And all the shoulda, coulda, wouldas are coming back. And I shouldn't have listened to this person. I should have stayed. And this is my home. And this should have been me and all this stuff. And, you know, the first wife does all of the stuff that the second wife or the second person come in and benefits from. And I said, and I know it's a lot of people that probably felt that way. You know, Beyonce put out a song called... Ringing your alarm. I've been through this too long. I'll be damned if I see another bitch on your arm. You know, you have to do that. That's just what I think that's what Melinda was thinking about. Especially when she was on that fucking boat. Ringing your alarm. She was like, cause bitch, I'm not finna go through all of this and have another bitch come through and reap the benefits of what I went through and see. Here's the thing. That's what her whole thing was. She got upset at that. She was stalking them. She went through the phase of, you know, regret and anger and, you know, wanted to get back. And technically speaking, they did nothing to her. And like the judge, you know, tried to sue him to get half of the money that he made on the battery, which was signed after the divorce. And mind you, I could see if she probably would have had a case if he hadn't already given her some money. Because technically, he could have just gave her $5 million. And truth be told, he could have just gave her $2 million. Okay. Oh, excuse me. But a person like him, he could have gave her $5 million. And that's it. But he was very generous. And even the judge said that. And see, this is one of those tactics, too, to make him seem like he's a good guy. Okay? Because, oh, my God, that's the least that he can do. And he was such a generous person or whatever, you know. And so he gave her the $10 million. And, you know, you're trying to sue for something that's really not obligated for you or, you know, you have no claims to. And you stopped believing in a long time ago. It's not going to work. Then you kept on, you know, popping up on them and all this stuff. And, they needed a restraining order because she's making fake accounts and all this or whatever. And so, of course, they was granted that. And the family had them come over right after that court case to tell them, y'all need to be fucking safe, get some security because you ain't seen Melinda when she's crazy, like when she's snapped, okay? You don't know her like you think you do, even though you've been with her forever. And I said, no, big sis, not you trying to warn him now when you put that battery in her back for a second. Wow. Because you feel guilty? You feel guilty? Okay. And I'm like, that's interesting. Now they trying to warn her and warn them, like, you know, have some people at your wedding so that she won't come over there and try to mess that thing up. And, of course, she gets pissed off because she sees them there. And she's like, you brought that bitch to my house. You brought that bitch to my house. You know, it's just like on Precious when one nigga said, you brought that white bitch to my bosom. Funny. Precious is a terrible movie. Not because it's bad. A terrible movie because of the circumstances and what it deals with. But for some reason, it is a comedy as well. I don't know. Maybe we laugh at our pain or whatever. Taraji said, you want to know why we run away when we laugh? Because back in slavery, we couldn't laugh. It was illegal for us to laugh. I said, girl, what? Who told you that? I mean, we couldn't do a whole bunch of shit back in slavery. But at the same time, girl, what? Now, if we run, turn our backs and laugh, don't you think Massa would have probably whooped our ass because they think that we... okay. I mean, you know, could be. I don't know. Girl, the room was sitting there confused. Some of them wanted to be like, yeah. Some of them was like, huh? Because then she was like, yeah. Taraji, let me look that up. I'll look it up later. But yeah, she go as far as going to the bridal shop where she was getting her dress, finding that girl dress and putting some acid on it. I said, what? And see, this is what really tipped her over too. And I don't think Diane knew this, but If she did, she was a bitch for doing that. But at the same time, you fucked my shit up, so I don't care how you feel. But I really don't think Diane knew about her hysterectomy and all that stuff. Because when they went back to court, it was like, girl, if you don't think fat meat is greasy, you keep playing, you gonna have to go to jail, okay? Now you gonna have to calm that shit down. I'm trying to give you warning, right? And it was like, yeah. It was like, don't worry about it. It's okay that she destroyed my dress because, you know, I couldn't even fit it no more now that I'm pregnant. Me and my baby. Baby, I said, ooh, and the light switched and exploded in Melinda's head at that point because she can't have kids and she wanted kids. And he took away that, in her mind, he took away that opportunity, even though it was her who decided to get up in that car and ram it. But hey, it is what it is. He did it. You know, he was a catalyst, right? So at that point, that's when we get the infamous scene where they're on the yacht, the Mrs. Gale, because according to her, that should have been her shit, right? They're having a honeymoon. They're about to go to their honeymoon, I feel like. And Diane was like, I'm about to go take a shower, about to go run a bath or whatever. He was like, okay, cool. And so she goes down there to try to take a bath. She finds out that her wedding dress is missing. And she asked the crew, she was like, the lady that was fixing her bed and stuff, where's my dress? It was like, it's hanging up in the closet. She was like, I don't see it. He was like, well, I asked the housekeeper. Okay, cool. The dress is missing because Taraji ass got the fucking dress on and she pop up there rubbing on Robert and talk about some, this could have been us and, you know, if you love me and all that stuff like you say you do. You know, once she said that, I realized that I love you too and all that stuff and we could be together. This could be us because this is what you were supposed to give me. You gave that bitch my ring and everything. But if you love me, tell that bitch to jump up off the boat. What? Next thing you know, a gun comes out. She pointed it at him. She winds up shooting it. Like, I just don't get the... So, I don't want to seem insensitive. And I don't want to say the wrong thing. Because obviously they're not thinking straight. When you stalk somebody, when you threaten somebody, when you try... Because you want to be with that person, right? But then you kill them. Or you... What's the point of that? You did all of this because you wanted to be with that person, but then you kill that person before you can even be with them. Like, it makes no sense. Or you injure them or potentially kill. Stalking makes no sense to me because why would I want to be with somebody who is stalking my life and threatening me? No, it's not going to happen. Why do I, that's like, I don't want to be forced to be with you. No, you shouldn't even want that either. And I guess mentally, it just doesn't matter as long as you're in their presence or whatever. I don't know. Y'all got to tell me that, the psychology behind it. But, baby, she shot that man in the stomach. Next thing you know, she told the crew, jump over, jump over. Girl, as soon as I seen that gun, I would have been jumped. Fuck that. Okay. And then Diane come up there and I said, girl, go back down. Okay. She came back down. Next thing you know, she went over there to Robert. Robert told her, get up off the boat, get the little dolly boat, the little motorboat, get the crew out the water and go get help. Baby, Taraji chasing that man around the boat. Well, not really chasing because he was limping and she was walking slowly like she was Michael Myers with that gun. Won't you love me? Why don't you love me? Dun, 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 dun. Make it so easy to love. Because you crazy, bitch. I'm sorry. You know, it fits the thing, okay? And next thing you know, somehow he ends up on the floor right there by the anchor. She steps into the chains of the anchor and she gets the axe that was over there and she winds up Kunta Kinte in his foot. At least I thought, you know, because then when they panned out at the end, when she hit the foot, let me go back because I know I'm not crazy. She axed his leg. She axed it. You can't tell me no different. I'm not going to believe otherwise. And then, because I know I seen a piece of it come off, right? And he was like, oh, you know, like that. And then all of a sudden, when she get pulled up into the water, you know, by the anchor and all that stuff or whatever, they panned out. They did a drone shot pan out, and he still had his foot. Both of them. And it wasn't nothing dangling to the side or whatever, like it had been chopped off. Mind you, she had fell in the water, and then she got back up in the boat, on the yacht. Yeah, because she had that accident. Y'all, let me get to the part. Bear with me. Nope. Hold on. She did. He did. Hold on. Let me say it one more time. Okay. Got you. Girl, this is real. I'm trying to get y'all a good... Yep. She ain't take it completely out, but that bitch should have been dangling, and it was still just laying there, and his pants wasn't red when that thing drowned out. But, you know, she technically drowned in the water, right? Because the ankle ports are damn red. And that was the end of the movie. Let's get into what this shit is all about, right? This brings up... this movie felt like Tyler Perry was looking on Twitter one day, and he stumbled on a thread of the Twitter debates that's always happening on Twitter. You know, one of those, what's your body counts, or should you stay with a man if they are trying to focus on a dream, and should you stay there and support them until the dream comes to fruition, you support him and all this stuff, should you do this? It's one of those type of situations, because this is literally what the movie is giving. And he said, let me write a script for it, and let me write if you stay and if you don't. So basically, it's making you think like, are you supposed to stay with somebody who is really not giving you what you need for the sake of them and for you trying to be supportive of them and their goals and their dreams? Because at one point, she did tell him, you didn't even ask me what I really wanted. You know, because he was talking about the penthouse and all that stuff. And she was like, you never asked me what I wanted. And he never asked her what she wanted. And it was a very one-sided relationship. She was there for him. She was basically room and board for him, because eventually they weren't even having sex like that, you know? And it's like, yes, I want to be supportive of you. I want to be there for you. I want to help you, you know, fulfill your dreams, and I want you to. But at the same time, you have to work. And I feel like Melinda would not have had a problem if he was working as well. And I don't understand what was his reason for not working. It's just like these people who wants to come out here and, oh, I want to be a musician. I want to be a singer, a rapper, a comedian. I want to be just like Desi Banks. When he did that interview with the clip that went viral was the one talking about how he tried to make, I guess, the girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend, the villain in this story, because she basically left because he wasn't bringing in enough money or whatever, because he was focusing more on the comedy stuff and the comedy stuff wasn't hitting yet. And trying to make it seem like she was wrong for leaving and not just staying and believing in him and supporting. Baby, I could believe in you and support you as much, but if these bills ain't getting paid, we both gonna be out on the streets, and I ain't got time for that, okay? I don't want to struggle together. Let's struggle alone, especially if we ain't married. You know, you ain't finna pull me down. And she wasn't wrong. And in this case, Melinda wasn't wrong either, because she was tired. He was wrong for not realizing that. Like, you have to understand that you can work on your dreams and you can work on fulfilling that in your side project, but you also have to have an actual job that's going to sustain you in the process. And I don't understand how come he didn't understand that. And I don't understand how come she didn't force him to do that, or she didn't leave, especially when she became an adult. Because one thing about it, two things for sure, I am not about to let you fuck up my mental health that bad. Baby, y'all wasn't even doing it, so obviously the dick wasn't, well, it probably was, because when she fucked Divine, she said, well, you know, he cool or whatever. He ain't that good, but Robert know my body. He know my curves. He know I like it from the left. I said, what? He was like, and then she said, he up there probably fucking that bitch up in the shower, doing the tricks that I taught him. I said, now, hold on. What tricks you taught him, given that he was the first person and the only man that you ever been with up until then? Oh, what y'all was doing? I said, But then it also gets into the, well, I was with this guy or this woman for so long. They really didn't treat me right. And then once we break up, they get into a new relationship. And then all of a sudden, they're the best person in the world. They got their life together. They're flourishing with their partner. And they're doing things with their partners, their current partner, that they never did with me. Like, why didn't I get that? I built this person up. I put in all this time, and now you're going to reap the benefit. That's what it's giving as well. And you have to understand, it's okay to be upset. It's okay to feel bad. It's okay to feel sad that a relationship didn't work, that you put so much time and effort into something and it did not work. It's natural to feel that way. But at the same time, you have to understand that regardless of if you put in that effort, if y'all break up, that person is going to be with somebody else. And it's a possibility that they probably learned from the relationship that they was in the last time and they got their shit together. And that's okay. And that's the natural way things should go. You can't expect, or you shouldn't expect or want that person to continue to be the asshole that they were to you and not improve for the next person. Maybe it's just showing that they just wasn't, you two weren't right. You two weren't right, because I'm pretty sure in a lot of these relationships, that person that was asshole to you, they probably came from somebody else that treated them the exact same way. And so now they're doing it to somebody else. You know, people come into relationships with baggage. People hurt people or whatever. And then sometimes people get their shit together and they move on to the next relationship and it works. And to me, it just shows that maybe y'all wasn't meant to be together. Some people don't like to be the test, but I just want y'all to know there's a possibility that you're going to be the test relationship. Okay? You're going to be that initial relationship where they're trying to figure stuff out. And it's not going to get perfect. It's not going to get right. It's not going to be great all the time or even any other time. And then y'all break up and then it be great for the next person that they're with or the next person that you with. It happens like that. And it's okay to feel a certain way, but you can't let that overpower you. Because Melinda, let me tell you something. Like they said in court, bitch, you divorced him. So everything after that he done, that's on you. That's not on him, okay? And at the end of the day, she should have been okay enough. Yes, I'm hurt that we're no longer together. I'm hurt of all the things that we went through. But I still had so much love for you. But I couldn't continue to go through what I went through. And I had to do what was best for me. And even though you have finally succeeded in your goal, I'm happy for you. But maybe you just wasn't meant to be there with that person. And so therefore, let me take this $10 million. Let me go find the happiness and get myself together. She should have got some therapy on her own. But of course, she didn't. She had to get it from court appointed. And so therefore, that's why it didn't take. And then a bitch like me would have been fine with the $10 million. I would have been fine with it, bitch. Girl, I would have moved. Okay, I would have moved. You know, and that's what it was. She couldn't get out the past. She couldn't out the past because she felt like she wasted all those years of her life not living and enjoying her life. And he took that from her. And honestly, he did. And so in that case, I get it. I get it. But I really feel like I can't say that she shouldn't. Let me take that back. Because again, like, he wasted a whole bunch of time. So I get it. But at the same time, mom needed help. But for a bitch like me, you give me $10 million, you pay off my stuff, and you get my mama house back. Oh, okay, thank you. You will never hear from me again. Thank you so much, because you didn't have to do that, but you did a little bit. And I hope you and your next are happy, and I'm finna go play around. That's Ashley, okay? That's Ashley. Melinda should have just went and played around. I'm sorry. You was tied down for too long for ain't shit nigga, but it is what it is. Tyler Perry, don't do nothing else like this. Supporters of Donald Trump create and share AI photos of him with black supporters to garner extra support. Wow. And it's so AI. Oh, wow. This is crazy. Anyway, y'all tell me how y'all felt about the movie. After seeing it now, after talking about it, do you think it's as terrible as we were saying? Honestly, how did the bitch get on the boat? I have a theory. Because she knew of the boat, because she was stalking them, right? She knew about the marriage, right? This is how I feel like she got on the boat, okay? She knew about the marriage. And and she knew what day the wedding was, and she was about to leave out the house to go fuck up the wedding, but that's why the sisters and a friend blocked her in the front, and then the brother-in-laws or whatever, they was outside playing a card game out, blocking the door so she couldn't get out there. So when she left out the bathroom window, she went to where the marina was, where the boat was docked, and she just hid on the boat. That's what I feel, how she got on the boat. All these years, I never really thought about it. I just said, which I was with everybody else. How the fuck did she get on the boat? Because she magically appeared. She was heading on that boat when she jumped out, when they had the camera panned onto the bathroom window. She escaped through the bathroom window, if you ask me, and she went on over here to the boat yard, and she snuck onto that boat some way, somehow, probably fucked somebody up. I need them to go check and see if anybody alive or died over there, because she could have did that shit if she had a gun on her, too. And she was hiding underneath there some way, somehow. She probably was in a bathroom or whatever, and they just didn't check all corners, okay, and she just popped up out of nowhere. Or she probably was hiding in the that little boat, that the rescue boat, the little speedboat. She could have been hiding on that too. Girl, I'm trying to make it make sense. I'm trying to make it make sense for y'all and for me at the same time. I'm figuring it out as I'm talking, okay? But yeah, you guys tell me how you feel. Acrimony, bitch. You know, sometimes, let me tell you something. The thing about Tyler Perry movies, he recycles a lot of material. We have to just understand that, right? But, especially when it comes to the Madea movies, okay? If you see his plays, and you see the movies that's based on the plays, and you see the TV shows, they're all the same, okay? But when he do the movies when he's not in the movie, most of them are actually kind of good, okay? But it gets into that situation again where sometimes you hear dialogue that you didn't heard before in either a previous movie or a previous TV series that he's done. You know, so it was like, oh, I heard this before. I've heard this before. I see this before. Yeah, you have, because he wrote it before. And so this is what we say. Well, sometimes you need to get a writer's room, because unless somebody else write, to refresh the ideas, because sometimes I feel as though when he be writing all this stuff, he forgets some of the stuff that he already written. And he put it together and he just don't even try. I don't know. Anyway, y'all tell me how y'all felt. Oh my God. Acrimony. And I'll see y'all later, y'all.